And good evening, everybody. I'm USA forecaster JD Rapp with you this evening. In the Breaking Weather Center, we just gonna do another a Q&A update for tomorrow, November 30th, 2020, and I'm taping this at 7:21 p.m. on a Sunday evening. So right now, Storm Prediction Center just updated their risk. It's still the same thing. Basically, a slight risk of severe weather right now. Looks like anybody in this yellow color. Let me go down here and do some things here. Basically, parts of Florida, Washington, D.C. area. Add here's that chance. Tornadoes are likely. We got a 5% area. This goes through Monday. And this is tonight's outlook, but it goes through tomorrow morning too. But yeah, there's 5% of a tornado and 25 miles a point, so we'll have to watch that. So what are we going to do is I'm going to show you another one, and even some damaging wind gusts has increased about 15% for damaging winds. So we also have that too. All right, then we got looking at the hail. We just don't have a lot of hail out of this one, so this is going to be mostly a tornado threat than a wind threat. So let me go off this and transform things in just a second, and you can see what we got here. I'm going to use, we'll look at a couple more things. Storm Prediction Center did put this discussion out, and it's an area where there could be a watch, but it's only a 20%. So we probably won't see a watch from that, but at least a couple tornadoes are still possible, as long as we have that this evening. So that's one thing what we do have. So one thing I'm going to do is, hold on a second. I'll put the microphone on mute. All right, I'm back. Now, this is one of the tools I've been using all day, and we want to look at our wind. This means wind shear. This is 3 kilometer for wind shear. So this tells you how fast the storms are going to be turning. So look like I'll fast forward today, and you can see, yeah, goodness gracious. Are you kidding me? Now this is getting into Monday. Let me fast forward a little bit more, is when we start seeing this front moving in. Monday still got storms that could get going today. We got about maybe 400 to 500, so that would be pretty decent. This is just for wind shear, turning and height. So this is where storms could get going and produce tornadoes a lot. And just look at the high jet that we get into tomorrow morning, is what takes all the way up toward Washington, Virginia. Is that purple color? That is almost 800. So, yeah, there's going to be definitely that storms that rotate tomorrow afternoon, especially with that. You got to keep your nose off that, because that is some pretty decent turning height. So I can tell you right here, there's going to be storms that rotate tomorrow, and that will have tornado warnings for the whole day. Because look how strong this jet gets all the way up here. That is very strong. 3 kilometer wind characteristic. So that is very strong. So just think about meters of height. Let me turn back here just a second, and we'll talk about this. Just think about meters of height. Things turning so quickly. If you cooking and you turn and you really, that mixture really turns very quick. That's how fast these storms are going to move. So this is just a prime example what's going to happen. And you can see as this thing really turns very strong low-level jet. So that's going to be a strong system. And two. So here's our 1 kilometer, you know, thing. Here's our 1 kilometer tool that we do use. And yeah, that is some very turning, very strong turning with these storms, even tomorrow. You have 5% of a tornado risk, and yeah, you still got over about maybe 400 of that, so that is pretty strong. So even 400 is a lot. So we're definitely going to have to keep an eye on that tomorrow too. So like I said, all the dynamics are in place for tornadic tomorrow. So we got that in place. So right now, I'm gonna switch sides and go to possibility of another tool that we do use here. And I hope this model's already ready to show here the significant tornado parameters. And the HER always updates a lot quick. So we'll see if it's updated for tomorrow yet. Yeah, 55%, that'd be good enough. All right, this is the significant tornado parameters. This is if you can get a tornado going, or EF1 or EF4 or that. So, all right, here we go. And yeah, goodness gracious, are you kidding me? Yeah, just think about this. Almost 4.3 of the potential for tornadoes. So this is just your numbers go up, they're going to get higher. So yeah, these numbers are really spiking. This thing spikes at, I think it's a bit 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 a.m., 9 a.m., and 10 o'clock. See, we still have storms going like that. So there's going to be, if this looks like it is right now, there's going to be storms that will be turning tomorrow and have rotation. So yeah, there's going to be a tornado risk tomorrow with these storms as it continues. And that doesn't end the whole thing yet, because I look at one other model. It's going to continue all the way up towards New England. We'll just have to see how much wind shear's left as it gets up there. Let me see what we have in place. There is some. As it gets up here tomorrow afternoon, yeah, goodness, we're already starting to see almost about 4.7. So we almost get to a 5. And there's some fuchsias, magentas. So that's getting over a 6 almost. So we could be getting, and yeah, it's even getting worse up here. Yeah, toward the afternoon, the even. So tornado peaks heating is in the afternoon in the even hours. So this could end up being a busy day tomorrow. So you definitely want to make sure you have ways to get warnings. That's because now we're starting to get a 9. Goodness gracious. So looks like, folks, we're about ready to be maxed out. Take a look at this. We're starting to even get a 9 on a scale. So that is really getting pretty strong for. All right, hold on a second. Hold on a second. All right, so yes, Keith, you can join. Let me try to figure out how to. Okay, so yeah, this is a 9 on a scale. So this is really very strong winds are picking up. And see, this is even where we got that uh, Massachusetts. So yeah, there's going to be some significant tornadoes tomorrow. Definitely on the scale, we could see some tornadic weather tomorrow as we get into the afternoon and even. So yeah, so you definitely want to be paying attention. Let's see what Supercell Composite has to say. This is when storms actually develop. And this is the tool that mostly has tornadoes with it. Not always. This is what drops them most of the time. The numbers go up. And yeah, we're starting to get oranges. So that'd be an 8. So yeah, that's significant. Now we're in indicate almost probably over a 10, getting close to be a 10. When we start getting over a 10, that is very significant. So that's a 9. Starting to get looking into some 8s and maybe even a 10. Yeah, so this is getting maxed out. So we're starting to get storm maxed out easy. So you definitely want to have a plan in action. So right now, let me switch back to my main screen here and pull my camera on just a second so we can sit here and just talk for a second. Tomorrow is showing thunderstorms up that way tomorrow. We definitely have that risk of severe weather. Main impacts are going to be large hail, not hail, but damaging winds. Tornadoes are likely, just looking at that model run, and things like that. So the best thing to do, Amari, is have a way to have a way to get warnings. Have a way to get warnings. Nowhere to go tomorrow in case there's a warnings issue. A tornado warning and a severe thunderstorm warning are not the same. About the same procedures. If you go under a severe thunderstorm warning, move indoors, let the storm pass. I mean, get to the. You might want to get away from windows also, just in case you have flying debris with this. A tornado warning, you probably want to get centered and get covered. Make sure you have a football helmet, baseball helmets. We all know what happened to Joplin. It really helps people. So that'll be another thing to use. Let's see. If you to the basement, small terry room, away from all the windows. This is tornadoes are going to be very quick tomorrow, moving fast, moving tornadoes. This is what we see, and this could divide up to a quasi QIS line kind of type thing at the end. So that will cut down on the tornado risk. So we would be doing doing that. So that's another thing. And have flashlights just in case you lose power. I just putting all this out, folks, because we do have that risk of tornadoes in the morning through the afternoon hours. So you definitely want to have a plan in action. I have multiple ways to get warnings. A cell phone will always help. Turn your alerts on. Hold on a second. I got one in here. Oh, no. Have a weather radio. That would help too. A weather radio, a crank weather radio. Even a crank one would be better because in case you lose power, you would definitely have it. And just you just know we have tornadoes in the past. The last few weeks, you could lose power for several hours, and the power company won't get to you until the storms pass. So we might want to have that multiple ways to get warnings. So right now, this is all I'm going to say. This is all I have for you. We'll probably do another with these in the morning if there's not warnings to deal with. Just remember, like I said, me and Isaac we'll keep an eye on this tomorrow and do weather cut-ins if we need to. I'm hoping this will be a bust and we'll miss this one because I love doing my job. I love doing the weather because we're on the page every day doing it. But we don't ever want to see a tornado marching through a town doing damage. So we definitely will keep an eye on things and break in as needed. I am forecaster JD Rapp, USA forecaster JD Rapp right now, and I hope this helps you. I hope hope this video helps everybody out tomorrow, and we'll continue to pass along any information, and stay safe and have a good evening.